So we're back with another Reolink security camera. This time we have the Elite Floodlight with Wi-Fi 4K camera, dual lens that covers 180-degree point of view, 3000 lumen dimmable lighting with adjustable color temperature, local storage with no monthly fee, continuous recording, and local AI video search. The Elite Floodlight retails for $220 on Amazon, and I will leave links in the description if you guys are interested in buying one. Inside the box, we have everything we need, including mounting hardware, tools, and a USB-C cable. Now this cable is only good for the initial camera setup, since this camera requires a lot more power and it needs to be plugged in directly to a power outlet, either hardwired or with an optional power cord, which is what I'm using. And the reason for this is the floodlights. They required a lot more power. So here I wanted to show you how fast the camera will detect. This is going to be with the infrared light right over there, and boom, as soon as it see me, it turn on the floodlights, and these are very bright. It's going to last for about 30 seconds. You can adjust the timer, but these floodlights are very bright. To set up the camera, you need to download the Reolink app, and since I already have the app, you just need to add the camera using the QR code and scanner. Once connected to the Wi-Fi, you will be able to name the camera and start using it right away. You will also need an SD card for storage. It supports up to 512 gigs card. And that is one big advantage of Reolink cameras. They don't require any monthly subscription. Everything can be stored locally, and you can review and download videos anytime, anywhere you want. Video quality is excellent. It is promoted as a 4K resolution, but the actual resolution is 5120 by 1552, which makes videos very detailed. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is the aspect ratio. It is ultra wide but very narrow. Reolink is using two cameras and then they stitch them together. So right after you install the camera, you will have to make some adjustments to image stitching, either horizontal or vertical, depending on the camera position. Now during nighttime, things change a bit. Here is the camera with some ambient lights turned on. The video quality is very clean. Even far environments looks very detailed. The sky looks blue, and even at night. I think this is the best night quality camera that I've seen. Now if I turn on the floodlights, things change for a bit. They are very bright. It is noticeable right away. So the camera focuses everywhere the light is touching. Far areas look darker, just how it is at night. So you gain more clarity with the floodlights, but lose visibility in far areas. Now in this other case scenario, I turn off the night light and the camera is now using night vision. This is probably the worst case scenario. The camera is now recording in black and white format, but the video quality still remains very clean. There are more dark areas in the fire environment, therefore less visibility. But as soon as I walk in, the camera detected me and the floodlights turn on, and it now records in full color. Now in my opinion, having a night light behind the camera will get you the best picture quality. But I wonder why Reolink didn't use the ColorX night vision technology they use on previous cameras like the Argus 4 Pro. I think it's a fantastic feature, but I just don't know why they didn't include it in this camera. Now overall, the performance of this camera, it's still outstanding. Alright, so we're gonna go into the app real quick. I'm gonna give you a walkthrough the app. First of all, right here on top, we have the alarm trigger, audio alarm. This is very cool. It's going to grab attention whoever is around the camera. Right here, we can control the light as well. You can turn it on. You're not going to see any difference right now because it's during daylight. Right here, this little 4 squares, I really like this option because if you have more cameras from Reolink, you can see them all live with this option, which I think is really nice to have. Down here in the middle, we have play and pause option, and then we also have the audio recording, which I always have it on. You can take a snapshot too of whatever there is outside. You can start recording a video, and then you can also select the quality, which is fluent or clear, and then we can expand the video as well. Well, actually the display right here on the phone. You can also talk to someone if you need to talk through the camera, which is a nice option. We also have video playback, and you can choose the date if you want to go back in time. And then we're going to close this. And then we can also use cloud events just in case if you don't have an SD card. Reolink also offers cloud storage. So now let's go into the settings real quick. If you click right here on this backdoor, notice right here on the camera, I name it backdoor. This is where you can change the name of the camera. This is kind of important if you want to connect your camera to one of those Google smart devices. I think I have the Google Home. I do have a display which allows you to talk to it and then display the camera recording through that display from Google. It also works with Amazon, I think it's called Amazon Echo devices. Also, we have the Wi-Fi, the display right here. Let's go into stream. And then we have two options. We have the clear and the fluent. Frame rate mode, I have it in auto. Bitrate mode, I have it in variable bitrate. And then we also have day and night, automatic. I wanted the camera to take control of that. We also have the brightness for the display. Camera name is going to display at the bottom. Date, top center, watermark, that's okay. Let's go into advanced. This is where you can make adjustments on the image stitching. This is very important. You do have to make some adjustment to the horizontal or vertical depending on the position of the camera. Otherwise, it's going to look kind of weird. But once you set up that adjustment, you don't have to do it anymore. And let's go. So that is the display. Let's go a little bit back over here. There's also sounds, sound test, record audio. When you go do that, the light. This is another very cool option. Status LED. It is enable. Floodlight. This is where you can make some adjustments to the floodlights. You can have it always on at night. You can also set up a timer, night mode, detection. So right here on detection, I have it only to turn on when there's a person or a vehicle, not animals, because I do have sometimes visitors at night that I don't really care to have the lights on. You can also set up or adjust the brightness and the color temperature of those floodlights, and also infrared lights are adjustable here. You can set up detection, non-detection zone if you want to. Let's go to camera recording. It is recording on. Motion recording schedule, I have it on. I have it on in every day, every single time. But you can also set up what kind of detection. In my case, I just want person. I don't care about vehicles or animals, only person. That way I know when I'm watching a previous recording, it's going to be something important, like a person that is not supposed to be there. Post recording duration 15 seconds. And then this camera also has continuous recording. I know a lot of people are very interested in continuous recording, and I think this is fantastic because now you don't have to worry about power. It is powered by the outlet, so it's continuous power, full power all the time. Right here we have push notifications if you want to receive emails or notifications to your phone. I don't have any of this on because it's probably going to be a lot of notifications constantly on my phone, but you can have those options. Time lapse is also available here. File encryption. Let's go into advanced. Shared device if you want to somebody else to access to the camera as well. And that's pretty much it. That's what you have with the Reolink app.